let's get started. Today, we're going to be talking about social media. We're like, where do we start with this? Because this is part 2 to last week's. If you missed last week's, Asu will dump it in here. She'll let you know how to access it so you can watch it. Jeff joined in a little bit late last time, but it was still great at the end. And then Mark was absent. He was sick, but we've got the whole crew almost on time. We're always a little late here. But we thought, where do we go from this? And we thought we'd take a step back to go through identifying pillars. And that's identifying superpowers, identifying what you're great at so that you don't overthink showing up on social media, because a lot of us do. And so I don't know, Jeff, I don't know if we talked about last week. When did we talk about the Wall Street Journal report with TikTok and Instagram?
Gosh, dude, we talk so much and put on so many podcasts and stuff. I don't even know which one it was. All
right, because there was a great article that came out in the Wall Street Journal that has to do with TikTok and how Instagram and Facebook are not even close to catching up to the amount of views per hour that TikTok is getting. It's ridiculously not even close.
Awesome.
I'm just going to give you the numbers for that I remember. It was a little over 17 million hours, 17 million views an hour. That was Instagram Reels. And TikTok was 180 million views an hour. Yeah. So it's over 10x on TikTok. And that's short video, right? And if you take on YouTube and TikTok are pretty much going head to head with short video. Look, you know you need to be on social. You know you need to make it an arm. You know you need to make it like prospecting. Social at this point is like door knocking. It is like cold calling. It is like past client calls. It just is. But a lot of you are stuck. A lot of you are stuck with the simplest thing, and that's, how do I identify what it is that I should be talking about on social media? And so we're going to go through these really quick. I know Jeff's got his superpowers, and Mark, I'm going to kind of ask you a little bit here. Here's the title: 9 questions to find your social pillars. All right. So it's important to go through these. Let me grab this and share it with everybody. Okay. Grab that, dump it in here, and there it is. Let me know if you can see it. Type in yes or no. It's open, so you should be able to see it. Yes, got it. Good. All right, I want you to go through these and start thinking of your answers, because this is going to determine how you start showing up on social media. It creates a comfort, it creates confidence, and it gives you a clear indication of what it is that you need to be showing up as, right? So very first question is, who's your audience for your business? Now, I'm going to go to you, Mark. Who's your audience for your business right now?
Yep.
Who are you? Who comes to mind? Luxury in Malibu, first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, move-down sellers. What is it?
Yeah. There's a few. Biggest one, though, online leads, buyers, luxury areas, Westlake Village, Malibu.
Okay, I like that. So Malibu, Westlake Village, luxury. It sounds like luxury. So would it be luxury first-time home buyers or luxury sellers?
It depends on the buyer, but it's going to be definitely buyers. Very, very buyer-driven.
Perfect. So that's how I would answer that one. I dug in a little bit deeper to identify my audience. So this way, when I show up on social, when it comes down to it, I'm speaking to that group of people, because we've noticed over the last year, the algorithm for TikTok and for YouTube has gotten so great. Besides, they're listening to what we're saying. They then identify what your audience is going to be based on what you're saying. So this is why I'm asking you, Mark. And Jeff, your audience is so broad because you do so many different things. But if it's for your business, who would it be? Like if I was going for a mortgage and saying, hey, what would that look like for you on the mortgage side?
Well, I think, only because I coach on this, the answer really should be, for a loan officer, the answer should be real estate agents. That should be your target audience, and your target should be, how can you bring them value to attract them to your business and brand, but also how can you assist them with targeting geographic areas, buyers,
Mhm.
sellers. And there's two different areas you could go there, but either one, you're targeting the same end client. And I think a lot of LOs are targeting homeowners, buyers, sellers. And the reality is they're falling on deaf ears on social because those people aren't going to social for that stuff. So you'll actually have more success if you shift your focus to a real estate agent driven strategy, so that because it's much easier to attract them into your web. But then the key also becomes, okay, now how do you do it? And we can go deeper on that. And by the way, Tristan, I have my pillars teed up. So whenever you're done sharing, I'll show that.
Let me do two more things. I'm not going to go
Yeah.
through all of these. I want to show your pillars because you've done such a great job. It gives people an example of what that looks like. The two main ones, they're all important. But if I were to say there were two more important ones, it's what do you enjoy doing on your spare time? I think that really, it reminds you that people are going to connect with you for the things that you love doing. And Mark part-time, full-time / thing. Mark's an amazing, he's one of the top agents in not only in the brokerage, but on the team. And he's also an amazing DJ that has a pretty massive following on Spotify, because he has some killer music. Now, if I would say, Mark, what do you enjoy doing on your spare time? It's music.
I'm going to say making music. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where you showcase that and allow people to follow you, right? But you need to go deeper, Mark. Like, I want more, because you're so talented with music, and that brings in a whole nother level of people. Jeff, for you, what do you enjoy doing on your spare time? I mean, if anybody knows Jeff and you want to follow him on TikTok, you'll instantly see what he does on his spare time, right? Jeff, what do you enjoy about it?
Well, the funny thing is that's just my second home, Lake of the Ozarks. But actually what's happened is it's turned into, what I've realized is it's turned into a business. And now all of a sudden I've gone deep on it, and I'm attracting buyer opportunities that I'm now teamed up with the real estate team on. And I mean, if you're a loan officer or a real estate agent, you just salivated a little bit, because you're like, what? Say what? And I'm doing this through TikTok, by the way, and I just enjoy it.
Yeah, man. I want to showcase really quick, just so people understand the depth of what you're doing. Hold on. That's not me farting. That's me watching a funny, here you go. I'm going to show
funny
you
farting video.
a funny farting video, which is a weird thing that popped up because I'm not even logged in. So it doesn't know what I like.
What am I looking at?
But that's the first thing that popped up on my TikTok here. Jeff Pfitzer. All right, Jeff, he's got 39,000 followers, and here's what he has on his profile: Lake of the Ozarks lifestyle, real estate, mortgage influencer. Yep, he is. Now, let's take a look at some videos and just the amount of views he gets on some of these. Watch with me. 1,500, 17,000, 600, 14,000, 3,000. Look at this, 18,000, almost 19,000, and 2,000, 2,000. 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, it just 18,000. And I know you've had a few that have gone, look at this, 17,000. Dude, 24K, you're on 163,000.
I'll go scroll down one more thing. Look at this one. There's a 60,000.
You're on a roll this week. Look at this. 27, 60.
There's one, the pin videos. There's a 6. There you go.
641,000.
Yep.
This is all just in the last 2.5 weeks, right?
Just sharing lifestyle, just sharing what I'm doing down there. That's it. And then you quickly become the authority. I'm targeting people that are either in the Ozarks or wanting to move to the Ozarks or just interested in the Ozarks, and it's creating conversations. And I shared this with you the other day, Tristan. Now that I've leaned into this, and I'm posting at least one video a day, so I batch create content. I don't live at the Ozarks. I spend the summers there on the weekends, if that. But I batch create a shit ton of content so I can post throughout the entire year. And just the other day, last Thursday, I got a message from somebody in Colorado saying, hey, we're looking at moving or buying a home in the Ozarks, me and a friend. And I said, I'll connect you to a realtor. They go, no, hold on. We want your advice first. We want to know what you think. Where should I move? And so they asked me all these questions, and I just teed it up. I'm the authority now. And now I sent 2 buyers to this real estate agent, and all because I'm just basically vomiting life. And so many of you can lean into your cities. I'm actually working, Tristan, we'll share this later, but working on kind of an org chart or a bubble chart that you use of how you should be positioning content around a geographic area so that you have constant ideas and can make it a strategy within your business. So every week or every couple of weeks, you're going out creating all this different content. And then I'll take one house walkthrough, for example, and turn it into 4 or 5 videos on TikTok, but I sprinkle them in. So,
and I think the key to all of this is that you're doing it on something that you're doing on your spare time. A lot of us can't fathom that it's that simple, right? And you proved it, and it's been proven over and over again. This is why I look at Mark. Jeff, you look at Mark, dude, like his music is insane. If you love EDM, first of all, Mark, drop your Spotify handle in there. Whichever one, because you've got a few different ones. I know you have one that has like 80,000 followers or more, 100,000. What do you have now?
I'll drop my personal one, but dude, actually something crazy happened for one of my other projects, and it looks like Insomniac is going to pick us up.
And so people who don't understand music, what does that mean?
It means that basically okay, let's say Universal Records or Universal Music Group, which is one of the biggest labels, is going to pick us up in the EDM world, which is nuts, dude. You could not get a better email in your entire career in this industry.
See, what an opportunity, man. I think you need to go deeper on this. What do you enjoy doing on your spare time? That just blow you up.
I'm going to drop.
And then the other part to this, what are you better at than most people? Right? It doesn't have to be real estate related or your business. Just what are you better at than most people? For Mark, you've got a lot of things going on for you, man. But when it comes to what are you better at than most people, I would say, besides being a super nice guy and connecting with people, I think mixing music is amazing. And it goes back to music for me, for you.
Yeah, I agree.
It just reemphasizes this number 2. See, to me, the top 3 are the most important ones. And once you figure it out and you're like, I got it, I understand, I went through this whole 9 things, I think that's where we can go to Jeff's. And then, Jeff, can you share what it looks like once it's done for the pillars?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So this is what I created, and I constantly am evolving this. But this is my most recent one. And basically what I've just what it is for me is a cheat sheet. And it starts with just kind of saying, okay, who am I as a human being? What am I doing every day? What do I do in my businesses? And now I build my content around this. And now that has channeled since creating this to where, my TikTok used to be, and you've heard other social influencers talk about this, just throw shit up against the wall and see what sticks. And that's exactly what I did on TikTok. I've been throwing stuff up against the wall for years now. And I told Tristan recently when I had a video go viral this summer, and I was like, dude, seriously, punch me in the face. I might have even said in another region that's even worse, punch me if I ever go away from Ozarks again, because it's like my audience is telling me exactly what they want. It's exactly what we preach, and they did it. And so I've now shifted my TikTok channel to be 100% Ozarks, as you saw there. And I'm creating different TikTok channels now for other areas of content. Now, I use my pillars of content as well on, for example, my Instagram is my reality TV show. It's the Pfitzer family reality TV show. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm posting to my stories every single day. I'm just sharing life. You'll see that I'm posting 1 to 2 reels every single day because I'm leaning into what the platform wants me to promote right now, which is reels. And so you'll notice I'm alternating personal versus business. And by business, in my case, it's social media. But it's, you have to figure out, you have to sit down and going back to the whole point of this coaching call today. If you walk away from any of Tristan's coaching calls and say, okay, I'm sold, I need to get into social media, you're going to get into it and be like, okay, now what? Now what do I post? So until you spend time doing this and creating this for yourself, which is main pillars, sub pillars, you're going to struggle. But then once you establish this and you realize, okay, what am I into? Oh, you know what? Jeff's got bird feeders outside of his office window, and I'm pretty neurotic about my wildlife outside my window. Guess what? Take pictures of it, video it. I share it to my stories. That might sound stupid, but I'm connecting with other people that have a similar interest. It's probably not Mark, but there's going to be other people, right? Or golf, or exercise, healthy eating. You can go down the list.
I'm gonna steal your window just to show what he meant by out his window. Look at this. This is on Instagram for Jeff. 45,000 views. This is what happened outside of his window. It's ridiculous. And for somebody to decide to post that, it became one of his pillars eventually, because the raccoon ones, the squirrels, I think we overthink what content is. And the idea is bring as many people to you as possible from as many different angles, and then pepper in what you do for a living in between. Right. But
I want to throw in
go ahead, Mark.
too. Yeah. So I've actually made this mistake before where kind of threw some spaghetti at a wall to see what would work, and TikTok started rewarding me for one of the things that I was doing. And instead of leaning in solely to just that, like Jeff is doing with the Ozarks, I tried to throw some more spaghetti at a wall to see what else would stick. And what I should have done, and what I'm going to tell everyone here, is that if the platform rewards you for something, lean into that and run with it.
Yes.
That is so true. That's how you find your pillars, man. That's what we're going through. It's like throw in as much as possible, answering the questions, looking at Jeff's awesome superpowers, and then identifying what those are, but just be so consistent and neurotic about it. Like when you do open houses, when you cold call, when you call your past clients, you go on social. It's become a prospecting arm. That's the key. There's a great question. I don't know which one of you want to answer it. I'm going to try to answer it first, Jeff. Stanislav, what's the secret sauce to hashtags? This is what we typically say. It varies, but right now, Stanislav, it's different than it was a year or 2 years ago. Right now, we would say, if you can use 2 hashtags approximately for your location, 2 hashtags for the relevant content, like what is it? Explain it to me. And then 2 hashtags that have to do with your personal brand. I think that's probably where you want to go. Jeff, what about you?
Yeah. Which is 5 to 7. Yeah. So you'll notice that I'm a little bit different on each platform, but let's just talk about specifically TikTok and Instagram here. So for TikTok, now that I've leaned into one geo area, Lake of the Ozarks, Lotto, which stands for Lake of the Ozarks, LOZ, which is another short for Lake of the Ozarks, Pfitzer, and then Pfitzer Media. And then I do something specific to what the post is about. So the last post was MTI boat. So hashtag MTI boats. So I'm going all in, because here's the deal. On TikTok specifically, when somebody types in any of those variations of the Ozarks, guess who's going to own that feed? I am. And that's the name of the game. Now,